What do I have in store for the PvP build this week? Let's find out. All right, guys. So today we are taking a look at the weekly, PvP series, right? I'm going into this with the intention of showing different builds. So last week we did a Furious Charge and Leap build. This week I didn't want to just do a small tweak to that and just continue tweaking that one build. What I'm gonna do is I want to try to do a different style build every week. And then after we kind of go through most of the, the builds that we can think of between myself and collaborative with you guys, once we get there, then we'll start, doing minor tweaks to some things like that and kind of going from there. Before we get into it, though, I want to say thank you for the support on the recent videos. Y'all are amazing. The goal was 300 subs by the end of September. Y'all smashed on through that, so we're going to try to hit 350 by the end of September. If y'all like this video, as always, go ahead and drop a like and hit that sub button. It is free. Again, we're trying to get to 350 by the end of the month. With that being said, let's get on into it here. So we're going to kind of take a look at, I have some gameplay up here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of let that play, and I'm going to pull up in game. I'm running over to my armory in game, and I'm going to kind of show you the armory in a second here for the test build. So I'm going to hit pause here. We're going to go in. I'm going to pull that off the screen. So this is the test build, the empty/test build in my armory. You can kind of see what we're looking at here. So we have the frenzy. I like the frenzy as my main skill. I'll probably, maybe next week, I'll probably do something with lacerate. But you can see we're going to run a chain build this week with Undying Rage and the grab. I'm thinking chains and grab are going to be good, and then whirlwind to try to do, just damage over time. We could always, swap whirlwind out for something else. Maybe sprint or something like that would be viable. As far as the side pieces, those are just going to be side pieces that are currently on my build at the time of testing. What we're going to look at, I'm actually going to try Impaler's Breath, which is going to give us harpoons instead of the chains. So we're going to, potentially stun them as we hit them. Pants, no pants that are going to really make any effect on this build. We're going to try to run the trembling this time, which is going to give us movement speed by 50% when we are, proccing Undying Rage. So that's something a little bit different than I normally do. We're going to try Grim Roost to get that 3% heal when we're using our whirlwind. This is the star of the show for today, though, Oben's Many Fingers. We are going to get additional 2 spears. So when we run Impaler's Breath, we go down. We normally have 3 spears that go out and pull enemies back. Impaler's Breath makes it 1 spear, but it turns into a harpoon and we can stun. Oben's Many Fingers takes that back up to 3. So we're going to actually have a little bit wider of a breadth on that, which is nice. And then we're going to run the hewer because we are running the grab as a secondary. So instead of, grabbing and throwing, we're actually going to grab and do the choke slam. So it's kind of a hybrid build there. We're going to bring the battle back up. Let's go ahead, and battle has begun. We're just going to I'm going to try to get through this here. I recorded the entire battle, but you can kind of see there, I went ahead and hit the chains there. The chains don't have a long cooldown, so I wasn't too worried about it. It took a minute to kind of get used to running them because I don't normally run them anymore. I've been running last week's build. I've actually been really loving that build. So I've been running that mainly, but you can kind of see it took a little bit of some time. We were able to get the stuns in. So the stuns working in PvP, that is kind of nice. Being able to shoot those harpoons out and actually, get some damage and some, I went a little bit too far. There we go. being able to shoot those harpoons out from range to get some damage where you're actually not like physically right next to your opponent is nice. You can see I got a little choke slam in. We love the choke slam build in this household. Got the stun in there. Unfortunately, they were able to knock that stun off. I believe that is a monk, but we were able to kind of run in, get a choke slam. That satyr was able to come in and help, do some damage. Got the chains in again while the satyr was engaged. And then we were about to kill him, and then a friend came in and took me out of the equation. It happens. That's life in in battlegrounds. So you can see I had a teammate there running at me. Battlegrounds can be chaotic. That is definitely for sure, right? We all know if we're playing battlegrounds, it can get chaotic at times. Trying to get some damage in. I was trying to work the actual objective and try to like get some damage in on the actual idol so we can knock that down. But you can see I was able to had to get some of the protectors out of there. So I went ahead and just sacrificed myself, went for a choke slam to get them out of the way. I was able to get a little collateral damage on one of the other defenders as well. So here we are running in a situation right now. This is when I would be thinking to myself in the moment, I'm thinking, why am I running whirlwind and not sprint at this point? Because sprint would be so much nicer. Here I got bugged. You can kind of see I was trying to spam my skills, and it wasn't until I had Furious Charge back up and able to Furious Charge, I was bugged and could not move. Which is not fun, especially in battlegrounds. In case there was an enemy there hitting me, I was just a sitting duck basically, but which is a bummer. I've gotten really used to leaping over a lot of stuff, with the previous build from last week. I'm gonna try to run this build more this week to get a little bit more comfortable with it, just to get back used to running chains. Because I ran chains for a while, but I haven't been running chains for a good bit. You can see we're gonna take a bunch of deaths again. I touched on it, last time, in the last episode. I feel as a barb, we're kind of the tip of the spear. We go in, we're a distraction. We just cause havoc and let our teammates come in and really get all the kills and run the objectives. And we're barbs. We got to let everybody feel good about themselves, right? So that's kind of the mindset I have. Went ahead and tried to fight in the circle just to try to let the idol move a little bit, because we were stuck at the end here. You can see it's tough going though. It's tough sledding when you're the barb. You're trying to do your best there, and then all of a sudden you get overwhelmed because either all of your teammates either are dead because they got killed, or they just ran away to go heal. So it's tough. But you can kind of see trying to go 1v2 here, getting worked over pretty good. Got a little bit of a Furious Charge in there. Grabbed them and was able to, I don't know if that one, I've never had that one happen, but I went like turbo mode when I grabbed that guy that time, and we ran almost the entire length of the corridor, which was kind of wild. But that was pretty nifty. I do love the choke slam. It's just one of the most satisfying things in the game. I think everybody that does run the choke slam loves it. Like it could do 0 damage, and I think we would still love running it, because it is just one of the most satisfying things to do in this game. Went ahead and when I spawned in, I saw my teammate was having trouble with that guy, so I went ahead and choke slammed them away so they could, heal up and get back in the battle. We started pushing the right idol here. I don't believe we won this battle, to be completely honest. I don't think we were able to pull this off. But hey, it happens, right? That's Battleground. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. More times you lose, honestly, in my experience. I lose more than I win these days. The road back to legend has been tough. But honestly, all you have to do to get to legend is just continue playing. It's not really crazy. I know in our in our clan, we have some people that, you know, have the mindset, oh man, you're in legend, you're killing it, you're doing good, when really all you really have to do is play. If you play in there, you're gonna do all right. But you can see we are getting some stuns in. I tried to get the grab in on that guy. I was hoping my grab animation was gonna catch me up to him, and it did not, and it actually worked out pretty bad for me. I'm just gonna fast forward to the end of the battle because I do believe we lost. There's not a lot more in this battle. There you can see we did get the defeat. It happens, but we're gonna we'll look at the screen here. And where are we? I am the one there. 2 kills, 12 deaths, 7 assists. Not the best stat line, not the worst stat line. Like I said, as a barb, we can be very effective for our team. Having the most deaths on the squad, that is perfectly fine. We could have, you know, 0 kills, 2 assists, and 10 deaths and be effectively the MVP. We're definitely never going to get the MVP with that kind of stat line, but, you know, depending on how the battle is going, it's not always about the stats, right? Just when you have that play style of, I'm going in trying to be a disruption. If I was a disruption, then I did my job. But yeah, you can kind of see we did our job there, even though we did get the defeat. You know, it happens. You can't cry over spilled milk. It is Battlegrounds, but yeah, this was the chain build, guys. If you liked the video, again, hit that like button, hit that sub button. It is free. We're trying to get to 350 by the end of September. If you have a suggestion for a build, or if you liked this build, or you had any way to tweak and improve this with the chains, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. I love the interactions with you guys. And I'm JKG. Y'all been amazing. Peace.